Woo! All right, let's begin, everybody. Welcome aboard, and good to see you all here for Ancient Cities. Now, this will be our first look at the full release of the game, which has been around for a while, but it will be releasing into 1.0 shortly today. They did mention it would be midday today, and we're at the midday period, but I haven't seen any updates to the version of the game that I have at the moment. But one of the most recent updates to the game does show that it is going to get animal husbandry. But it just dropped the animal husbandry update before its full release. So that should be kind of part of everything that we're seeing here today. So it's an update and a full release today. So Ancient Cities, right. It's been around since 2020 or so. It's received a ton of updates. I like what they've done with the game. With every one of the updates, it's interesting what they've done. Looks like their last update was on March 18th, and then it's released today on March 24th. So we're covering both the animal husbandry update and probably some other updates that we missed between the last time that we played. But now it's the big O 1.0, so now is the time to really kind of like break down the game and see what we have here at launch. Let's see, the game, yep, $39.99 is available now. It's still marked as early access today on Steam, but should be out in 1.0 today, as they did drop their release trailer yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that release trailer, maybe a few trailers on the Steam store page, and then play a little bit, but then we're going to restart the game as soon as it's available for like its full 1.0 release. So that way we can see what the 1.0 version has. So we'll kind of just do a little dabbling in the past and the most recent version of the game, and then hopefully the 1.0 version has like a big push forward. So we'll see how it is. So I guess we'll consider the first part of the stream to kind of be the animal husbandry update, and then we'll cover it when it launches and see what we can find. Oh boy, yeah, this has been featured on the channel heavily over the last couple of years, and I've tried to track all the updates that we could. Wonder if there was an update before the animal husbandry one. Game balancing, looks like they've adjusted game speeds. Oh, there's a beginner, expert, and hardcore modes. That's good. We'll probably do beginner today just so we can see the most amount of the game in the shortest amount of time, so we can really see everything that it's got to offer. Decorations are in there. They announced a release date. Prayers and burials now for the dead. Agriculture. I think we may have seen the prayers and burials stuff, maybe, but I know for sure we've done agriculture, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can see for the trailer for release. Let's see what we got. All right, so this is the official release trailer that came out yesterday. It's just 1 minute. So let's take a peek. Oh, that's really cool. I like the initial wall building. That's really cool. I have never seen those longhouses before, actually. That's the release trailer. I wonder if that's coming with the release, is these these long houses right here on the right side of the screen. I've never seen those. Usually it's these little huts. But that is cool, man. I love the fact that this is what we need to do in this game today, is to try to build on the top of a hill and then build a little, I guess, farm or whatever, agricultural area going down the slopes. And it looks like they've actually built on the other side of the river too, because we could do fishing in this game, and reeds are really important to building, you know, like thatch roofs and stuff like that. And I think we can also use straw too, but that is really cool. Hold on. That's amazing. Yeah, we got to find the perfect settlement. Also, location is like, I would say in this game, location is like 90% of the game, like where you actually settle. But one thing I've never done before is these small fields either. That's actually kind of a smart idea, because, like, you know, two people living here, it's almost like a feudal system where two people like living next to each other can have this little farm here, and they can go out and hunt and then grow crops at random. And usually we've only seen these buildings before. I think that's a hay bale there, but usually we only see these smaller huts, but I've never seen those big ones before, dude. And I wonder what those poles are. Are those religious buildings, or are those for construction of something else? Because it would be really cool if we could build a... Either those are very narrow stones that they've rounded off, or those are like logs. They seem like they're part of the update. The religion update. Look at that mountain. That is really cool. How they're built on the side of the cliff like that. That's what I want to do. So by this ending scene here, this really seems like a much more like open Dawn of Man, because I'm seeing like the, you know, you got the Stonehenge going on there. You got a burial plot kind of at the bottom, like next to me, to my on the right side of the screen, like right in the center. We've got a lot of stone walls and a lot of farming going on. And another thing that I like in this game is that as people walk around, it'll like destroy all the grass and stuff, so you can actually see where they're like walking, where the high traffic areas are too. And I think we can control that by building fences and stuff too. That's really cool, man. I want to see more. I think this game has some very beautiful landscapes to it. Like not only just the land, but like where we build, like here. Oh, they're hunting out in the field. Oh, damn. That's going to be cool. Yeah, first you can find a small settlement like that, like building the little tents, but then you want to build, like, that's a good idea, is to build small tents near where you want to build. So like use this camp as kind of like your construction site, and then use that to build somewhere else, and then, like, you know, kind of like clear that area, cut down all the trees, and then fortify that area, and then move all the houses inside of it. Because it's kind of hard to like be fortified at the same time that you're building too, because it's just a lot of activity. All right, that's cool. All right, so now we got to take a look at the animal husbandry update. Let's see if there's a trailer for that. There's not at the moment, but let's take a look and see what we can do now. So now we can raise animals. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. That goes hand in hand with the agriculture, because then we have a much more reliable food source. Looks like we have new tools now, like bone knives, and we have new animals in the game too. We have basically like cows and rats, and then we have cows, goats, and pigs. You know, the wild animals can be tamed to be making cows. We have new rivers. Oh, they added a lot more detail to the game, because you can settle anywhere in like ancient Europe. So, including like along the, I think you can settle along the Mediterranean, I think, but a lot of northern Europe too. Oh, so there's dairy now, so we can actually make milk and possibly cheese then. We have lumber mill, wooden posts, clay containers, and feeders. We can also slaughter livestock. We can milk, feed, and herd them. There's wooden planks. Okay, that's cool. Pine nuts, milk, and cheese. So there's lots of new food. That's really good. New brush tool for areas. And then also guided tutorial for work groups. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, they've also increased the birth rate in the game, so you can grow camp a lot faster. Game free. Oh, they fixed a few bugs. I wouldn't even say this was a fix. This was kind of more of an adjustment, I think. I think some things that are a fix, like, you know, if something's not right, you fix it. But if community gives feedback and they want something different, you change it. I think that's something else. Please keep your graphic drivers updated. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and play the... So as we play now, we'll take a look at the animal husbandry update, but the full update should be coming soon. We're still using the previous version of the game. I think it'll say major update once the game fully releases into 1.0. So that should be today. So we'll take a look at that as soon as it's available. Let's jump into the game. That seems cool. Will the international airport be a DLC? Yeah, boy. Everybody wants that, though. Everybody, I think, truly wants a game that's like this, but where it starts, they want it to look like Dawn of Man, but eventually everybody wants to build like city skylines, right? Like following human development from literally like caveman to like space, or like colonizing the moon, something along those lines. Well, I'm going to try to bring it up on screen and see what we can do as soon as it pops up. Maybe we'll just do this for now. It does take a little bit to load. That's one of the things about this game too, is that it will take a minute to load in. I think it's thinking that it's not responding. I'm going to do a restart here. Anytime that this game is updated, it usually takes a very long time to launch at the start, and then it's good after that. It has to like load all the assets or graphics or something along those lines. Yeah, Universum's kind of that way, but I think people want a more, you know, Universum's fun, but it's like nuggets and all the people are kind of like Rayman and stuff. And you could definitely do, you know, caveman to space travel in that game, but it's not as detailed. I think people want Dawn of Man or Ancient Cities or like the original like Sierra Pharaoh games and such, but going past the time period in which is showcased in those games. It'd be really cool to go from ancient Egypt to like, you know, the 1850s, 1950s, and then like, you know, colonize Mars or something like that. Be kind of interesting. Interesting indeed. But I have liked what I've seen of this game so far for the free building. Now, I'm not sure what will come of the 1.0 or like full release, but early access hasn't featured like bandits or Africa or any other like landscapes. I thought it would, but I thought by the time that this would release, we would see different types of architecture and different types of like climates and whatnot. And we could see a little bit, we could see different climates based on the time in which we settle, where if we settle closer to the Ice Age, then that means that, you know, things will be colder and the landscape will be a little different. Because, like, you could settle on Doggerland if you want to. The bridge between, like, the UK and, like, France and a few other locations. But eventually that will flood. Now, I'm curious to know if, like, if you built a settlement there and it lasted 1,000 years, if it could, like, actually be flooded, if that would change the landscape. I'm not sure, but we shall see. All right, so it's still loading in. There's all the patch notes on the right. Can't wait to see what they do for 1.0. I did contact the developers to see if like the 1.0 version was ready last night so I could put up a video for today. But they said they were polishing some last minute stuff. So good on them for, you know, like working on it for the very last moment before they release today. And I'm assuming they'll, as typically, there'll be, you know, day one full release bugs and stuff too. That, you know, when you implement a new version, then there'll always be a few problems with it, and then they'll polish that and then add something new. That's kind of how it is. It's like, it seems like making a game is like making a beautiful pot out of clay, and then every time that you add a new update or a DLC, it's like slapping on some more clay, and then it just takes time to kind of smooth that out and balance it out fully. And of course, now that everybody can communicate via Discord and stuff, everybody can basically give instant feedback to what might be broken. So that's like your first major issue to resolve. And then things that might be unfavorable or that could change. Like, for example, City Skylines taking nearly 10 years to finally add a search bar to City Skylines to where you can like now finally type in something and find it. But you still have to be within the tab. Like, for example, City Skylines recently now, finally, after all this time, has parking lots. Like, you can put down a parking garage in the game. And it's like, so through all the DLCs from before, stadiums, airport, new hospitals, other content stuff, they didn't put that in for free, and they didn't put it in as a DLC. You could get it as a mod, but the devs never put it in. But now, finally, parking lots are in there, as if, like, they were anti-parking lot. And it's like, well, that's kind of a thing for realism, I guess, to put in. You'd have a parking garage next to a ferry or an airport or a hospital or something like that, just to make it look good. But then if you type in parking lot in the search bar, it doesn't work. You have to be within the actual tab to find it. So you would have had to have known beforehand that parking lots are actually found in parks because they add beautification, because people like that there's parking nearby. So first you have to know beforehand where to find things. So you have to know like a macro sense of where they're found in City Skylines, and then you have to search for it. So if you were looking for a two-way tram road, you'd know that you either had to click on the roads tab or the mass transit tab, but that's kind of a given because it's a road. But if you didn't know, or if you just wanted to click on the the search bar and you wanted to just type in like two-way tram road or something like that, you still have to like get halfway there. So those are feedback things that I think even years and years and years later, you can a game can be overwhelmingly positive in its reviews and have a trillion mods, but even the devs haven't put in like basic features of like a parking lot and a search bar, just as an example. So I think with Ancient Cities, we'll still see some things that like if people will want to like do. For example, in this game, you might have to hunt with you can hunt with a spear and a bow, but like if they didn't have spear hunting, it would be like, well, wait a minute, like, oh, the spear's only used for fish, and then players could say, oh, well, you could fish with a spear and you could also hunt with a spear. Why can't you do both? That kind of thing. So I think at least we're in the time where everybody can like say, hey, this is cool, but also could we do this? To which a lot of things are a little more complicated than that, because then you got to add a hunting animation with somebody with a spear in their hand throwing the spear versus like using the bow and arrow. So some things are a little more easy than just like ticking a box on and off, or multiplayer on. Like it's a lot more complicated than that. So I appreciate what Ancient Cities has done from its day one. When we took a day one first look at it, it was very confusing. Like, oh, okay, all you could do is gather. Like literally all you could really do in the first version of this game was build some tents and then gather berries, and then that was pretty much it. But then we eventually got hunting and fortification building, and then the farming to me was big, because once you've got a large workforce, it's kind of hard to feed them and hard to find things for them to do other than just constantly cut down trees. And that's cool and all, but it's nice when you can actually do stuff that can, like they can work on storing large amounts of food, and that goes towards a long period of storage, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I like it. I like what they've done so far. But there's always room for improvement, even when games are overwhelmingly positively reviewed. So, don't let that stop you from enjoying a good game you like. There we go. Yay! So when we play this now, this will only be up to the animal husbandry update. So we're now going to take a look at the animal husbandry update, and then we'll take a look at the 1.0 as soon as that drops a little bit later. So that should be good. Oh, apparently we can continue a last game, but let's start new. Fresh and new all over again. So, all right. So the map shows pretty much all of Europe, Scandinavia, and like a massive amount of like Northern Africa. But we can only settle within this region. So I hope in future updates we can settle in like Scandinavia. Oh, we can actually like, we could be ancient caveman Norwegians. Cool. We can almost settle in Oslo up there. And we can also adjust our starting year. So we can start in the Atlantic Mesolithic era or the Atlantic Neolithic era. Now the reason why I think it says Atlantic is because they might have other areas in the future. Like maybe there'll be a Mediterranean Neolithic era, like around Greece and Italy. Maybe parts of Africa and Turkey. Be kind of cool. And we can go forward in time to where the landscape will change, showing where man occupied a little bit more, like Ireland, for example. It looks like we can move the map around a little bit too, so you can see all of the Black Sea. Did humanity die out? like around 1550 BC, it's just like everything goes away. But I love how they've shown the implemented weather here, because we can go all the way back to 10,000 BC. And you can see everything frozen over. And then as things thaw out, you can see Doggerland. And then that's pretty much it for the big changes in the landscape. Interesting. Alright, well let's try to play in the Neolithic era, closest to modern times as possible. And we'll try to settle parts of... I don't know, I like the idea of going up to Norway and settling on a river like here. Maybe we'll try to settle on a coast near a river. Let's give that a shot. Okay, let's go with that. We'll start in the spring. Game mode, we'll start on beginner just to see what it'll do. Looks like there's beginner, expert, and hardcore. So I guess hardcore would probably be the hardest. Game speed. What does that mean? Slow. Historical pace and each month lasts 3 days. Oh, it gives you more time to prepare for winter. Default, historical pace, month lasts 2 days. Fast historical pace, each month lasts 1 day. Oh, okay. So that'd be 12 days in a year. Interesting. So wait a minute. Game speed slow might be bad because then you'd spend 3 days in winter. That seems a little bit more realistic, though. Or, well, not 3 days in winter, but it would be per month. So, seems like you'd have to last a long winter. I don't know. Let's go with normal. That seems fine. Okay, so now that we've picked a general area to start in, now we have to pick an area to settle in. So just settle down, chat, okay? Settle down with the bear emotes and all that, okay? Oh, cool. That's what our tribe looks like. Now, there was a river around here somewhere, but I guess not. Oh, we can... Wait a minute. We can actually move over here? Is that out of the play zone? Oh, there is a river here. It's very hard to see. I think we could actually walk over here. If we wanted to. We could invade Sweden, too. Kind of hard to tell what's what, though. That's Denmark, right? Okay, so let's settle here on this river, and I'd like to settle close to the shore. So let's move south. How do we move? Now, I want this game to also feature the ability to, like, build multiple camps, kind of like in Civ. Like, I feel like you should be able to build a civilization, make them self-sufficient with food and logging for fuel and other things like that, and then have people from that tribe break off, and then, you know, like, go settle some other lands nearby, And then you could have the tribe that you had break off, like they go find hunting lands, they get a lot of cool meat and like new foods, and then they can ship that to the camp that they came from. And it's kind of like building an outpost. Like you could have your main city with like 150 people, your other city with like 20, and then those people are like a permanent hunting party that goes out and brings stuff back to the main camp or something. Or just actual trade, which would be cool. Alright, let's migrate down here. Close to the shore and the river. Okay, let's go. So our people are also carrying supplies with them at the start. So even if we put this on beginner, we get some sticks, some leather, and some fish. So we've got food and then materials to build an initial, like little, I don't remember what they call them, hide tents or tanned tents or something like that. Yeah, we'll invade Sweden and create IKEA before. Bum. Alright, so our tribesmen are walking there. What do we have here? Work and resting time. Oh, right, as our tribe migrates, too, they'll have to, like, rest from time to time. And the further we travel, they'll also eat fish, so it's good on the main map that we were just on to really try to get as close as possible to where you want to go. I don't know if this game has boat building yet. Maybe the 1.0 version will have boat building. Remember, we're not playing the 1.0 version just yet. We're waiting for that to launch. But, I mean, with all these beautiful, you know, fjords and archipelagos, we should be able to, like, do fishing and stuff. And really be able to eat a lot of fish. Of course, there's already fishing in the game with standing next to a river or lake and doing it, but to do it via a boat and figure out how to make nets, I don't know if that was something we figured out back then. In the Neolithic era. Hey, what's up, Private Tomcat? Welcome aboard. I also have some keys to give away for this game today, too, so if you'd like to be a part of the giveaway, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now and turn notifications on, and we'll be able to do a giveaway on this game probably after the stream, after it's come out into 1.0, so that way everyone can play the launch version of the game. Alright, well, this is cool. So this is the end of the river. Oh, this is really cool. I wanted to make a map on the... Oh, dude, the trailers look so cool, though, with a mountain base. But, man, I feel like in this game you have to do what we do in Farthest Frontier, which is, like, load into a map time and time and time again. Like, keep making tribes until you find a map that you really, really like, and then, like, save it. But I do like being at the end of a river like that. Oh, there's actually some good spot up there to make a base. A little laggy at the moment. I think the graphics are still loading in and whatnot. It's a beautiful coastline, though. That they've really designed that well to show rocks and sand and soil. Little pebbles and things near the shoreline, too. Yeah, I want to build a hill fort, yeah. I want to do what we saw in the trailer, but also I know that we have to be near a river in order to, like, get materials to do that. Like, for example, right here, we need those reeds to be able to build homes. Luckily, there's quite a few trees, too. This starting spot seems kind of small, to be honest. Yeah, it seems to be more rectangular. Yeah, we need those dense patches of reeds, otherwise we can't really build any sort of houses. This is not as fertile as we could have it, but that's what we get with where we settle. And I think the game actually takes some of that into account, too. It's kind of cool, though, that there's a big old rock in the river like that. That's cool. If we were the Vikings, we'd have a sweet little fjord to defend. And we could build up here too. So we could certainly build a base up here, but all these rocks, of course, we have to build around. Honestly, I don't even think we can get reeds along a shoreline. Yeah. So, like, of all the places to get reeds, I think we could only get them here. And that's really not a lot. So that's why we want to find maps that have... It's almost nearly impossible to build on... You know, like... If we built on a small island and it didn't have reeds, it'd be, like, impossible to build. Like, you could cut down a few trees, but that's it. You'd have to stay in tents all the time and hunt. There really wouldn't be much progression there at all. Alright. So that's what you get in Scandinavia. A lot of Denmark is like this, except flatter and, like, a lot less trees. A lot of Denmark is just, like, shoreline and trees. And very little trees. And not a lot of rivers either. Okay, I want to settle somewhere else. I would like to do... typically, it seems like France and like this area is the best here. I really wish we could zoom in more. Let's try... Chad, we got to go for a mountainous base. We got to go for a sweet mountain base. Let's try it. Right here. Give that a shot. But that's the fun of this game, is at least respawning time and time again until you really feel like you've got a sweet landscape to build in. Something that's got like a nice curve to it. This one might be right here. Oh, hell yeah. Where the bratjas. It's like, hey, you guys want some brats? Brats? Yeah. Got to bring some good toppings and some beer. Hell yeah. Oh, there's a good spot up there, too. By the way, windy rivers like this are the best. Like, settling in an area that has a very tight turn like that is good, because you get a lot of landscape for fishing. And instead of it being a long river, it wraps around, so it makes it a lot easier to, like, build a base nearby and have more shoreline close. Let's try going over there. Alright, we'll speed up time a little bit. Wait and see how long it takes them to get there. Also, I want to check and watch our storage to see how much fish we actually use when we travel. You know what would be nice in this game? Is if we also could see how long it would take us to travel on foot. So if we spawned in here and we wanted to move a real long way to somewhere that looked really promising, and it was going to take us 12 days to do it, it might make you think a little different about whether or not you're going there. Alright, so we used no fish at all. That might be because we're just on beginner. We'll have to see that in the future. Alright, let's load in. Loading's real quick, though. Like, once you reach your destination, the game does a good job of not taking too long to load a map. Although, once it does, it's kind of chuggy for a little bit. But maybe that'll buff out in the 1.0. Yeah, our journey cost 1 brat. It also would be nice, too, if we could modify how many units that we started with, or, like, people. Like, last time it was, like, what, 17 males and 8 females? Now it's 12 males and 13 females. It'd be nice to be able to adjust ages and, like, how many people and, like, just more about your tribe. Because otherwise that might make people want to re-roll a few times. Oh, chat. We have ourselves a mountain base. Oh, look at all those reeds. Oh, baby. Oh, that's it right up here. Yeah. Oh, it's right on the edge. No, I wanted to build up here. I do like how we can pretty much go anywhere, though, and then it loads in, like, kind of looks how down a man is. I feel like we built here before. I feel like we've been in this exact spot before, chat. Something tells me we've been here before. I can kind of remember building up here. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I found a spot like this and did that. And then people had to walk all the way down. Oh, this is a good spot too, though. That's a nice spot right there. And lots of reeds. Oh, this is what I was talking about. This river like that, that's perfect. That's really good. Wow, some really big valleys here. Yeah, it looks familiar to me too. We could build up here. Ooh. Maybe we should build here, chat. Oh, this could be it right here. Yep. This is going to be home right up here. So we could build like a little fortress wall. And then like a little... We can cut down these trees and start farming outside the base. Yeah, that's good. We're doing that. All right, let's bring the tribe over. We're getting started. So before we unpause, we'll start building all the buildings, and then they'll come over here and build everything. So let's get started with the basics. I haven't seen the tutorial pop up. Is there a... Okay, this is the early access tutorial still. But I think we can figure this out. Oh, that's new to me. The longhouse. Yep. I've not even seen that before in the game. And it looks like for us to be able to build the longhouse, which might be why they included a little bit of Scandinavia there. Early Vikings, dude. Can house 14 people. That's a lot. The Neolithic house can hold 8 people. Wow, this... Yep, that's the best building in the game. Houses a ton of people and also has a very high quality. And it just takes straw, rope, mud, wood planks, and logs. Interesting. Where's the roadhouse? Roads.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
All right. So we're going to do what we did last, or what I mentioned at the start here during us watching the trailer, is that we're going to build a camp nearby to then prepare this land to be more fortified. So we got to kind of build somewhere nearby just to make it for the first year. So we're going to probably build over here first, but the ultimate goal will be to build up on that cliff, because that's pretty sweet. Everywhere is a good spot, though. But maybe we'll build out in a clearing. But closer to the river, the better. Good spot here. Okay, we're going to build here. So let's get started with some houses. Actually, let's get started with the fire. Got stuff to make food. Build the big old fireplace. So we'll start with that. And then we need storage. Oh, that's new too, a log storage. Didn't see that before. Oh, they made the pit look different. Clay containers. Ah, so we can make clay pots too to store things in, or a storehouse. Oh, they added a lot. That's good. That's really good. Let's see. What else is there? Neolithic offerings. Oh, there's religious buildings. Yeah, this is one thing I have not seen. Passage, tomb, temple. We have some decorations for things like a well. A place to get some water. Well, that's a little more than decorative. I mean, that'd be great to put next to like a... If you built your base up on a hill and you have a lot of flour made, you could put a well nearby and try to get water for your bakery. Okay, let's do storage nearby. We'll have to store things on the ground, which kind of sucks, but it be what it be. Can we build a like and subscribe storage area? Sure. Chat's gonna have to load that area up though. Oh, and of course you can free build stuff. So if you want to make a crazy storage like that, you can do that. And if you don't like it, you can delete it. You make everything a square, or everything has free drawing when it comes to storage. How do I convert that to square? There it is. So yeah, you can do squares, circles. You can do a circular area. Still comes down to squares, but back to the square. Yo, Godfrey, thank you very much for the 23 months as a Raptor Egg. Thanks for the support. New member, welcome. We'll have to do something like that. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Let's start with 6. Okay, so now we're going to be storing construction materials here. I think we get on pause now. We'll let everybody walk on over. Oh, and they need to clear those areas too. What are we going to designate to be put here? We'll do construction materials, so let's do regular sticks, big O stones, fine sticks, fine stones. Let's do... We'll build a hay storage here in a little bit. Yeah, the free draw is satisfying. It's very nice, yeah. But I like how there's a circular option, too, so that way if you just want people to just dump a pile of rocks in just a big mound, you can just do it that way. Oh, look, there's wood planks now, yeah. That's new. I'll store straw differently. Plant fibers for sure. And we'll do ropes, because that'll probably be one of the first things we have to manually make in order to build homes. Okay, so that should all be good. Now we got to make work groups. So, yeah. Alright, so we need a... Well, we'll do a hunter-gatherer group. We'll, like, assign nobody to it for now. So we'll have hunters. We'll have gatherers. I should also put down a house. Oh, we'll need a building group too then. Good. We'll start with 3. Let's not get too overwhelmed. Oh, it's already raining. Okay, now let's add our work group for construction. So we have hunters, gatherers, builders. Oh, here they come. Nice, glad everybody made it out. I should have told them to also store hide, but that'll go pretty quickly. Let's have 2 people craft rope. Here they come. Yep, so now they're clearing all that land out. Oh, I need to build a hay storage too. Haystack, yep. Nice. This game currently goes from the, I think it was the Atlantic Mesolithic to Atlantic Neolithic eras. So like 10,000 BC to like just before the internet was created, like 1981. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's interesting that they show our tribe up here in the upper left corner, because it makes me feel like we could break off into different tribes and or manage multiple tribes in the same area, which would be kind of cool. Well, this sucks. Everybody now needs to sleep in the rain. But, you know, I mean, what are they going to do? Pop up a tent? Another cool thing about this game, too, is that the family, like, people will share knowledge, too, where if somebody will find out something, like a way to, if they get very good at wood crafting, for example, they can hand that knowledge down to people in their family. You know, it's like your father was a logger, and his father before him, etc., etc. So if you make families specialize in, like, hunting, then they can become better hunters. Although my complaint with this game has always been that nighttime is just, you know, surprise, surprise, chat, nighttime is very dark. But for the player in a city builder, and Workers and Resources Soviet Republic did this too, where it's just like the screen is completely black and you can't see anything. So it's like, as the player, there is an auto skip night thing that's turned on, but it takes forever. But we'll just speed it up till auto skips. Yeah, it's like always nighttime in this game. It sucks because you really can't like build anything till noon. Okay, that's a little better. Also, the music changes when you speed up time, but I wish that it had more soundtracks like that. I wish it played like Dawn of Man soundtrack, where sometimes you don't even notice it's there. Alright, well, now here's our people's task for today. So they need to continue to clean out all the grass areas for the new homes, and then also build the fireplace. And I think I'm going to make that top priority so we can get that done. Because I think, what does that take to do? Oh, it takes one log as well to build. So we're going to need to put somebody down on tree cutting. I think we can find logs laying on the ground. I don't think we have to cut them down. But that would be another group to make. To put somebody on wood chopping. Okay, let's have people gather now. Let's do like 8. Is that 8? No, it's 7. So let's have the gatherers gather. We're okay on food for a little bit. Let's start with construction materials. Let's do plant fibers and raw stones, fine stones, and sticks. Let's fill it with 8 people. We'll do food a little later. We can also rename this to like building materials. We'll just call them scouts. So they'll go scouting for building materials. Then we can also have people go scouting for food. Yeah, it looks like we got flashing snake attacks. Yeah. These are little sickles, meaning that they're going to cut that down. Where did everybody go? They like fell asleep around the camp. But now they're like gone. Oh. They kind of went back to their starting area, but they're bringing over materials from the previous time. What are they carrying in their hands? That must be like plant fibers. I feel like this game should also let you mark where you want to put your initial base and then be able to hotkey to it. I don't know if it does. Like once you start building stuff. Always a good idea to build everything in one area though. At the start. We're building over here. Oh, there they go. We'll just have to keep an eye on them and see what happens. Another thing I love about this game, though, is that there'll be, you know, rocks sitting around and whatnot, and people will actually go to those rocks to sit down and then craft things. It's pretty cool, actually. Yep, there they go. Hi, Raptor. Hope all is good from Sweden, Gothenburg. Well, hello. Welcome. I think we should be able to see what each building requires for construction material. Yeah, and what stage they're at too, yeah. So we can see that the pelt huts, that's what the game calls them, pelts. Leather pelts. To which I think they can be made from hides, and then we can use the dryers for that. The drying racks, which is another thing we need to make too, is the drying racks for meat and for pelts once we start hunting. But we have 20 raw stones and 15 fine sticks, so we'll need the craftsman team to be working on that too. So let's work on that. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I want to make craftsmen, also make fine sticks. Let's put 2 more people on that. Wow, is it the kids doing it? Yeah, 14-year-olds making some ropes. Damn right. Back when I was learning when I was 7. Kids these days. Screech Owl, thank you very much for the 1 bomb for chat. Thank you very much for the gifted membership. Thank you. Alright. We'll also need a fishing group, too. We'll have to go fishing shortly. Can he actually fish? I might be able to do it by hand, but... Wow, damn, the rain. It's getting worse. Let's do a couple of dryers down by the water. That's probably where we're going to do our fishing. Oh, lots of stones down here. We certainly need a lot of drying racks. So we'll build 4. Damn, that rain is crazy, man. But I love how they come over to clear out the area. Like, you can literally build these on piles of rocks, which is cool because if all these rocks were at the top of a hill where we wanted to build our base, we could tell our people to build the base on top of the rocks, and then they would move the rocks out of there and then probably use the rocks for that construction if it needed. And that's really nice. Yeah, I know, big brain. Yeah, big brain emote. We also have a queen. Well, I don't know if they had that back then. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, I love how we can build where these rock piles are. And that they'll implement that into it. I also like how this tree needs to be cut down, but we can still use it for our ropes. We could have our craftsmen start making tools as well. Let's do it. I want to make some more work groups here. That thunder sounds nice, man. Yo, James, thank you very much for the Big O upgrade to a Raptor Ultimate member. Thank you very much for the support. Fantastic. Thank you very much for the Big O upgrade. And a Blue Eye 2, long-term support. Thank you very much. Boy, when it's not dark, it's rainy. Jeez. It's going to be a dark and stormy night in Raptoria. New member. That's when like all the crazy scientist experiments go on. When scientists do crazy things. Well, you know, like Frankenstein. Making his monster. We're kind of in like the middle southeast part of France. But this is a Raptoria now. This is before the French got here from Quebec, Montreal. That's what I like to believe. I believe France was founded by Canadians. And then they went rogue. Jeez, that rain though. I'm gonna keep the game on slow now, and I want to see how long it takes the game to go into like skip night mode. Because the game should automatically skip nights. Also, I wonder if the fire would even be burning at a time like this. I don't think we could make like a little, you know, like in Green Hell when you could put palm leaves and banana leaves and stuff over a fire to keep it going in the rain. I don't think we have the technology to do that. It's impossible. Okay, so I noticed a bunch of people just kind of ran away. Oh yeah, okay, so the game's skipping night now. And there, it just skipped night. So people ran off. It looks like it skips night like in the middle of the night. And they ran off to the starting area because technically we don't have homes here. I think that's why you want to make the fire the first thing you build, to have your people kind of gather here. So I'm going to build the smaller fire first, so that way they build that to kind of keep them in this area. But the bigger fire is better because more people gather around it. So we'll just do like a couple of small fires. Maybe it'll scare off predators like the Homeowners Association and the IRS. Keep them at bay until we have our defensive walls up. There we go. Good. Bees, not the bees. If anybody sees this game update to version 1.0 on Steam, let me know when the 1.0 version drops. Okay, so we opted to skip night, but it's still literally like we can't see a damn thing. Yeah, building homes for everyone in this game is a challenge. Luckily, they included those longhouses, so you can dedicate materials to like one large building rather than like a ton of smaller homes, which takes more material. The first goal of this game, though, is to like build shelters for everybody and then gather enough food to survive winter. I mean, it's the same in Dawn of Man. Alright, let's take a look at our work groups. So we should have somebody still gathering fish. What do we have for fish now? Wait. Do we have no food? That can't be right. It's only been a day. Oh, I like these pop-outs. These pop out and then you can put them wherever you want. That's nice. So we can actually keep storage on screen at all times. And then we can move it wherever we want. Hello from Denmark. Hello, Pia. Alright, instead of making this a priority, let's make one of the other fires a priority. Alright, let's see how long it takes them to get over here. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they'll make pathways, yeah. So as you see the little path going up here. Yeah, they've created a highway now. The world's... Look at that. They're all coming in. But that's why we don't want them going over there, because they spend half the day walking. Oh, yeah, cool. They're clearing out the area for the fires. And they're gathering materials for them, too, including stones. So people have stats like charisma. They also have, like, characteristics like determined. They have their whole genealogy. No siblings. I think our people could even make baskets and have storage on them, too. So as they walk around, they can carry stuff in storage. Yeah, the baskets will, carry a lot of stuff. And they wear them like backpacks. Sometimes people will carry stuff on their head, too, I think I've seen. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on everybody's activity. Oh, yeah, they're gathering rocks to put into storage or bring to the construction sites. Okay. So the first fire pit will kind of keep people over here. They'll use it to cook food, too, once we start hunting. Yeah, I was told that the update would be midday today at some point. I mean, that may have moved, but, like, I scheduled the stream based on what I was told. So, I mean, if it doesn't come out, at least we're looking at the closest update to its release that came out just a couple of days ago with the animal husbandry. And there's been a few other things added as well since religion. So there's been 2 updates since we last took a look at it. So there's still a lot of new stuff to take a peek at. And, I mean, we just saw the release trailer that came out yesterday, so I hope that means it's releasing. Hey, what's up, Katie? Welcome aboard. Now, again, I have keys for this game to give away, too. So as a reminder, just subscribe and turn on that notification bell, and you're entered into our giveaway. And we'll drop some keys for this, too, as soon as she's out. Soon. Soon. Bum, bum. Don't see any of the fires going up just yet. They are building them. What are we short on? Oh, regular sticks. We have our gathering group doing that. I guess we'll increase that to maximum. Everybody else was kind of in the transport business. And they're gathering sticks, fine stones, and plant fiber, yeah. Why does it seem like there's nothing, no buildings? Well, because that's how it was. Because ancient cities weren't just like... They didn't swing by Home Depot to go pick up Simpson straps, gray beams, 2x4s, shear wall, and some concrete blocks. They had to, like, you know, find sticks and actually make them. It takes a long time to make the cities in this game, but that is why I like it, because if you're talking about ancient cities, there's not going to be a lot to build in terms of, like, complexity. But there kind of is. They've added more stuff to it, but everything's basically just, you know, it's just sticks and stones and ropes. And it takes a long time to kind of put that together. And it takes a lot of it. Raptor impressed you there? Yeah. Did they have Wendy's in ancient cities? Well, do you see Rome around today? You do not. The only reason the Capitol survived is they were thinking about making one in the Colosseum. So they avoided bombing it. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. All right, there we go. Oh, my late congrats on the birthday. All the best wishes. Why, thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, see? Yeah, in the beginning, you got to build a lot of stuff, and it's like you got a couple options. Either A, you create a warehouse and you just have them gather for like 5 days straight of all the materials and then start building stuff, or you have them do it little by little. It does look like not much is going on, but I think we'll speed up time a little bit. For a little bit to see what happens. The only light in the game is our little cursor. Rain again. Well, at least they're staying around the camp now, so in the mornings, things will get done very quickly. Oh, the game slowed down. Why? How has this game evolved from the early stage until now? Well, I think we have the situation that we always want to see in games where the initial price has gone down, the content and quality has gone up, and the developers have stayed pretty committed to increasing the features over time. I think what they've done so far is a promise to what could be done in the future of the game. I think when the 1.0 comes out, there'll still be a lot of things we want to see added, but I think with a game where you're dealing with ancient cities, there could be a lot more to... I mean, I don't know if we want to either see different locations, ancient locations like the Middle East and Africa, or if we want to see later... Like, right now they have just, like, Europe, basically. So do we go further in time into Europe all the way up to the Iron Age and build castles, or do we want to see more locations and then, you know, each time that they add a new location, then they come back to the original one and then they add a new, you know, a new time period for each of them. It'd be really cool to just see everything where it is. Or like more locations and then more content. I think that's what I would want first, is more locations with the current content. But that would mean more content. So what I'm saying is, like, you know, it has farming, it has animal husbandry, it has buildings, it has, you know, like, building of farms and all the things that go along with that, like building the threshing equipment and stuff like that. So I'd like to see what happens. All right, let's kind of keep an eye on the people and see what happens when we get our first house. Let's go speed 2 at least. Oh, wow, whoa, the construction's actually coming along quite nicely. Holy hell, they built a lot faster than I was expecting. Well, they're actually putting the houses in already. Damn, alright. Nice. From up there, I couldn't see that they actually put down the frames. These houses are nearing completion, they just gotta throw the pelts up. And we've got some campfires good to go. Hell yeah, alright, things are going on. Things are happening, people. It's happening. This building, for example, just needs pelts delivered. They're going to grab those now. Beautiful. Poglad. All right. Okay, wood choppers will need tools. Let's have the craftsmen do that. Actually, we'll make tool makers be their own group. So let's call the craftsmen. Let's call these guys. Construction. Let's call it construction and tools, because they are marked as like craftsmen already. And we'll have the tool group make spears and things too for fishing. And they'll have to use ropes and fine sticks from the previous group to make these. I think we can set minimums. Oh yeah, there's the new bone knives too with the recent update. So that's good for hunting, it looks like. A tool made from bone used for cutting or chopping. But we'll get the axe so we can cut down some trees and clear the land, and then we'll do... Is this a biface for cutting too? Yeah. Apparently the biface is better at cutting than the bone knife? I suppose we could probably make more bone knives, though, out of, like, an animal kill. I guess you start with the biface, and then once you've got a few animals slaughtered and butchered, then you can move on to the bone knife. Because they don't have bones to choose from. Oh, there's the thresher and stuff. Or, well, sickle. Did they have that? Maybe it's I think it's a station we need to build. So let's build 3 axes. Let's build 8. Let's build 4 spears. And so as our people do more woodworking and whatnot, we will unlock more recipes through them getting higher skilled with woodworking. So then they'll be able to make tridents and stuff like that. So we can't necessarily do fishing yet, unless it's just by hand or with just a regular spear. And so the regular spear only does fishing at about 50%, as where the trident does 100. So I guess we'll make a few more spears so we can also fish. Then we'll need to dry those fish out. I don't know if we have to set recipes at the dryer, do we? I'll set that one to be fish first. That's probably more than likely what we're about to get. We don't have anybody hunting, so... Alright, cool. Glad the houses are working really well. Yeah, we got all the frames up, so now we just need the pelts delivered. To which I don't have a storage area for them. I just assumed that they would bring them from where they spawned in this map to the houses, rather than carrying them all that way. Yo, Marius. Thank you very much for the 8 months as a little raptor. A lot of people are thinking about leaving. To be fair, it's been some harsh weather for the last few days. Can't really control that, though. Lots of rain. Man, it is heavy rain here. I really hope that fertility is a thing in this game. I haven't seen that with the farming yet, or with animal husbandry. I would imagine that we would have to feed. I wish there was a video on that, but it'd be really cool if we had to either we could give them, you know, we could go out and harvest all this to create hay and straw to be able to feed them and give them bedding and build buildings out of, which we can do. We can already build buildings out of it. But it'd be equally interesting to also be able to, like, let them graze and increase fertility that way. Oh, there we go. Excellent. First house is nearing completion. Just a few more pelts to be delivered. All right. Is the rain putting out the fires? I'm not sure if it does. We'll see. That looks really cool. It's kind of peaceful to just watch things happen. Chad, is there any updates on this game yet? Do we have the version 1.0 ready to rock? We got one more house here to get started on. How many? We have 12 pelts remaining. Each house takes... How much? Oh, it only takes 5. Well, we did build 3. Let's start with a 4th. There we go. Oh, do they craft different clothing for the seasons in this game? Now, that's a good question. There is flax in the game, so I could imagine there being a weaver. And there's hunting, so we could make things out of leather. So there might be a way to make more advanced clothing, like maybe shoes. Oh, there goes the rain again, finally. Jeez. Oh, it's so cool. Look at them actually making paths now inside the camp. I'm constantly feeling like the urge to scroll around and stuff, but it's just endless trees, and there's really nothing out there. But they are building... Everybody's a little mad, but they are building the new drying racks. There is a little bit of a... like a frame drop when I'm rotating around like that. I think that might be with me not fully upgrading my graphics card at the moment. And I'm assuming when this game drops into version 1.0, it'll probably be a good idea to upgrade the game and the graphics card at the same time. But for now, it's okay as long as we're not pulling 360 no-scopes. Yeah, pelts will come from hunters, but you also start with pelts at the beginning when you load into a sector. So like when you load into the world map, then you go, you know, to where you migrate to your settlement, and then you get some. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the version 1.0 will fix for a lot of the. I mean, they're adding quite a lot of long time requests to the 1.0 version. It just depends on which ones were the hardest to fix. I think that would take the most amount of time. Oh, also, I wonder if I'm playing on a lower graphics setting. That probably wouldn't bother me to play on, like, medium graphics. It's fine. Quality preset normal? Yeah, that's fine. Also, day continuous. Like, give me full day. I don't mind games where they make it day all the time, and then people just get tired. I don't mind that. Then you just know it's night when everybody gets tired at once. But you can still see. Everybody's got the face. They're annoyed, and I assume it's mostly because of the shelter. And food. I don't know what happened to the 125 fish after like one day. I think it should last a lot longer than that. Graphic bad, game bad, yeah. Alright, well now we can do a lot of fish storage, so hopefully this solves that problem. Let's get people on fishing. Let's do... see if we can get everybody on fishing now. Discord says their official release is midnight Central European time. How long from now is that? I was told it'll be midday today, so maybe they moved it forward to midnight. Which, I guess, they could put it up for tomorrow then? They could have just said the 25th. That's 4 hours from now? Oh. Okay. Well, again, oh, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Well, I just scheduled my stream based on the information I was told. But, you know, look, if they have to delay it until the end of the day or even tomorrow or whatever, that's fine. Fix those bugs. Whatever they may be. Dude, cool. Now we got like 3 fires in the camp. This is sweet. Let's add some more fires just so we can see. I'm surprised they haven't put in torches. You know, like in Land of the Vikings and a lot of other games, they put in, you know, like little torches and stuff for you people to be able to see. I like the peaceful music. All right, let's speed it up. The game should auto skip night at this point. Banger soundtrack though. Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix something and see if I can. Seems like the game wants you to slow down like every time there's a thunderstorm or something. Like every time it rains, it slows the game down. Alright, yeah. All these frames are definitely on me. I should update my graphics card for this, but also I think I'll have to do that again anyway when version 1.0 is out. Feels like there's 2 updates a day. Everything's update the update to be updated to the update. Yeah, I've had it run much smoother than this. It's more than likely on my end. I have noticed though that the game will run much better as we play more, and after an update, things will load in. You feel like the last time you saw me play this, the frames were better? Yeah, I agree. I think it has to do with the. Man, it slows down again. Why? I don't understand why the game continues to go to volume 1. Volume 1. Speed 1. People are leaving the tribe. Well, we've only been here a little bit. I don't know how all these people ate the food on day 1. It's really not a lot of time to build a settlement, like if you have to immediately go into fishing. Chat, you want me to go into audiobooks? Clicking and tapping the like button by Janet Oberstein. Step 1. Click or tap like. The end. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. Some of you get that reference. It was all wrapped up in a neat little package. Read us more? I can't until we get to 300 likes. Tell us another story before bed. You know, all of you, like half of you, I'm sure all of you have, but half of you tell me that you fall asleep to these streams, which some people are like, don't take this the wrong way. But I fall asleep to your streams, and it's like, well, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you for watching. People will put it on right before bed, and then they get awoken by the sound of Echo, play Throw That Ass in a Circle. Echo, volume 100. Good morning. Yes, rise and shine. It is I. I have done this. Yes. Don't be late. Make your bed. You know someone will get thrown off by that. You know somebody was watching on their TV and the echoes in the room. Like, Echo, play Throw That Ass in a Circle. Throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass in a circle. Thank you. You've tried watching a playthrough of this before, but it seems like Tribe never gets past 14 people or so. That's true. Every time I've played this, we are usually just taking a first look at like a new update. And this story today won't be any different because we are basically going to be starting over once the 1.0 version comes out and see what else they've included with that. But I would like to dabble in the thought of doing a full playthrough on the channel and maybe a video series exploring this a little bit more. A lot of this game seems to be hurry up and wait, where we can lay out a city, give people tasks and priorities, and then just wait for it to be done because, you know, it's not like they have anything else to do. But there is a cool ability now. I mean, now it's easier than ever to feed people because once we've got the hunting and fishing going on, I would argue that the next spring would be the time to then make sure all those farm fields are ready. You know, like lay them out, make sure they're cultivated and plowed or whatever, and then start planting for the next spring. You know, step 1, build base. Step 2, gather food for winter. Step 3, start building. Man, looks like a lot of people are leaving the camp here. We also set it on beginner mode, too, so it looks like they made it a little more challenging in terms of people being angry. And just wanting to leave the camp because they don't have fish and stuff like that. And I don't know what's going on with this choppiness. I'm going to go ahead and try to... I don't know. I hate to do this during the stream, but maybe we can upgrade graphics. Oh god. I'm exiting the game. How could you get louder? Okay. I'm going to see if I can update the graphics card here. And, I want to see if the... Ooh. Oh, is the game updating? Hold on. Chat's telling me that the game update comes out in like 2 hours. I'm going to launch GeForce Experience here to update the drivers and stuff now. But I feel like this is the type of game that does play a little better over time and after relaunching. So, Umo Momempis. I'm going to do that. Because I don't want everybody to put up with a choppy frame rate. But with this game, I guess you really need to do it every time that there's a new update. So let's do that. Oh yeah, looks like a new driver actually released like last night. Standing by. Information audiobook, yeah. If you're just tuning in, we're just doing a quick little driver update to make the game run a little more smoothly, and then we're just going to check for an update and jump right back in. We might set up a camp in a different spot too, with a different tribe. These guys, even though I'm beginner, were very picky. I'm gonna have to kind of like learn. Seems like the gameplay has changed a little bit, where you want to immediately go for food, as where before you kind of had a little bit of everybody who would arrive at the area would have backpacks full of food, and so they'd be able to like bring it to the camp. And then you would have to build those drying racks and then dry out your fish and meat. And there's, of course, a way to, I guess, control... You want to have some fish and meat be, like, on-cured or on-dried, so that way it can be cooked right then and there. And so they can have that to eat while they also wait for the other fish to dry for winter. Alright, so I'm updating my graphics driver. Things might go weird, but appreciate the patience. Bum, 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 bum. That'll buff out. Oh, chat. I'm messaging Lumberjack Samurai right now. He's got a work trip from Monday to Thursday. Lumberjack MIA. No Lumberjack from Monday to Thursday, and he's a little busy today. So I don't know if he's going to join for Sea of Thieves. And he's doing Dead Drop tonight, which is some sort of Dr. Disrespect game, apparently. This guy. Does he want... Does he not want to have a YouTube channel? Does he know he has to upload content? He's changed? Oh, I wish he changed. Yeah. I'll show you what we're up to. Just updating the old graphics card. Exciting content. But at least we get to hang out. And that's what chat's here for. Live streams are often this where...
If you do it brick by brick.
Yeah. Brick by brick. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yeah, like I said, the stream probably went down for just a quick second. But now the graphic driver should be updated, so we're good to go. So, yep, fully updated as of yesterday's update. All right, cool. Let's try Ancient Cities one more again and see if that works. And it should be launching right now. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. You like the Donoman time frame? Yeah, I think this game has the potential to go up to the Iron Age as well. I think that's part of the plan. I think they will do that. I think just to stay in a time before man has discovered metallurgy is too early. It is called Ancient Cities, and that is long ago, but it also would be interesting to see those cities develop from literally a couple of tents to a couple of actual wooden buildings to then stone and stone defenses and obviously bricks and other things like that. Can't get this game to like run on anything other than this. I don't know why it does that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this one to launch that way. Stand by. What kind of cake did I get for my birthday? I got a carrot cake. It was good. All right, that should work. All right, this might have to load again, so we'll just see. I know a lot of standing by on this one, but I'm confident that the launch version of this game will at least be a lot more less picky with the whole the update time or whatever. If I click, it's just going to ask me if I want to wait again. That's annoying. Here, let's do it this way. There we go. All right, so that should be fine. Okay, so then we'll wait for the Ancient Cities thing to be fully updated, and then now it's going to load game assets onto the new update for the for the Dealy. The Dealy McBobber. Happy birthday, love the streams. Thank you very much, Steel Siege. Appreciate the support. Do you think when the cavemen left the caves, the bears felt betrayed? Yeah, that's why bears prowl the earth, to continue to find their human friends and bring them back to the Shadow Realm. All right. So I think this will be the case too. When if and when the 1.0 drops at any time, I think that'll be the thing we have to deal with here, is doing the loading assets one more time. But I think it runs a hell of a lot more smooth that way. But I mean, one of the things in all caps here is to make sure it's updated. So if anybody has, you know, if and when you get this game, or if you've played it before, just know that you'll have to update graphics cards then and there, and then, you know, your drivers, and then you have to sit at the loading screen for just a little bit. But once it's loaded in, everything's pretty smooth after that. More standing by is needed. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's probably better than just sitting by all the time. Standing's good too. Standing ovation, standing room only. Stand by your man. Table stand. Stand-up comedy. Standing by every now and then. The servers back in 1840 BC were pretty slow. Yeah, it would be absolutely fascinating I don't know if it's possible in this game to start in 10,000 BC and then work your way through the Ice Age ending to like the end of this game's current time frame. Like, I don't know if you could set up a society that could function and then like put it on fast forward and then walk away, because there is a way where you could make it so that way 1 day equals 1 month. So I don't know how the math would be on that one, because I don't know how long it would take for a day to pass, but you know, it would take you a hell of a long time to get through all that. But I wonder if the game actually has a transition to the different periods, because that's what is nice about Down a Man, is that there's a fun transition between like the you know, the like you start at the Neolithic era and then work your way up to the Iron Age, and then between each of those, like the Copper Age and the you know, through Mesolithic and all that other stuff. It's pretty cool to like unlock stuff. Although some of those ages are a little slow. They're a little slow, but they should be, because, you know, not until we discovered like iron and stuff did things really speed up. Weapons and tools, defenses and things like that. It becomes a lot more exciting when you get attacked often. Oh boy. Loading shaders. This may take a while first time. Well, this is good news. I want it to take a while to do it all at once. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we've changed around some of our emotes for my birthday, and we'll be putting in some of the classic ones probably after the weekend. We're still getting some pretty hefty member bombs, and chat has unlocked a hell of a lot of stuff, including, I think next week I'll put a poll up for you guys to decide on whether you want me to start a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance, or I'll put in some other ones too. But every time we hit 250 new members, I will add an incentive to where we throw another game onto the pile that might be a little older that chat continuously asks me to play. Like, for example, RimWorld. RimWorld's a game that I have not yet actually played on the channel. I've played a lot of RimWorld-like games, but haven't played RimWorld on the channel before. So, soon. Chinatown Detective Agency. Yeah, just 25,000 members in the next 2 seconds, and we can play Chinatown for sure. Become a full-time mainstream Chinatown Detective speedrun channel. No, slow run. Not speedrun, slow run. We'll get fully immersed in all that of Chinatown detectiving. Oh yeah. It'll be like getting in a sauna and a hot tub at the same time. But it'll be members only voting, so if you were gifted a membership, you'll be able to vote. If you become a member, you'll be able to vote. But everyone will be able to watch. But only members get those awesome emotes, which honestly is a lot of fun. If you're going to be watching a stream, or if you're going to be watching a VOD, all the things that you guys put in the chat, everybody after streams can watch. Everything that you say. Like, if you guys start putting a 1 in the chat, everyone could see that. They could see it. Oh, we're almost done. So let's see how much this impacts the performance of the game, too. I hope this actually might resolve some of those issues. And I want to settle somewhere else, because those people were crappy. It looks like we have the crew of the Ixion on Earth. They must have somehow came back in time, settled Earth, and now they're like, oh, I've been here for 1 minute. I don't have any food. Even though they just ate it. Where's my chai latte? All right, let's go. We know the drill. Let's do, yep. And what's like the last year we can play? I think it ends in 1500 BC. All right, we'll go 1506. And we'll settle like maybe down here this time. There's a little road, I mean a little river there. Hold on. There's like no zoom, so I'm trying to put it on like the fork of two rivers there, and I really had to look at it. Alright, beginner mode, normal speed. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at that. We're right at the fork of the river. Beautiful. Hell yeah. Ooh. Is it running smoother? Maybe. Let's go to the fork of two rivers there. Alright, let's try this out. The Yana group. Okay, so now we know through the more recent update that food is a little bit more fastly consumed. We'll have to find out a way where we can actually capture animals. I wonder how we do that. I know we could read patch notes all day, but I feel like you should just be able to jump in and it be wildly apparent. Bum, bum, bum. Arriving soon. Destination is on your right. The ancient world. Bum, bum, bum. We're the Yana group. Wait, who is this? How old is this leader? Oh, 42. Some of these people look like they're 13. Like, how old are you? 42. Meanwhile, they look like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Oh, the graphics card thing really seems to have impacted things positively. At least on that screen. Alright, let's pause and let it load in. Alright, let's find a cool spot to build. Wow, that opens up into either a huge... That's either a huge body of water or where do these two rivers meet? Oh, they don't. I thought they'd have a fork and then empty into one. I'm not seeing any reeds here either. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah, hopefully 1.0 has some optimization, but this is much better. So they must have... the more recent updates really rely on the upgraded graphics card. I mean, it says it right there, but I guess we can see the difference. Alright, this map is not good. So let's do a reroll. I really want to be in the mountains, man. But like I said, in this game, location, 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 because, like, you know, it sounds like I'm being picky, but, like, who the hell wants to build on, like, flat land? Like, you want a cool mountain fortress. And preferably, like, at the connection of two rivers, like the fork. Really cool. Alright, let's see how that looks. Now we're the whatnots. And even it's even a W. Alright, let's try that. I feel like this game could also recommend some really nice landscape to you. Like, instead of it being completely open world where you could pick wherever you want, it would be nice if the devs said, hey, here are like 20 coordinates that are really interesting, like flatland, hilly, coastal, and where it's feasible to build a base. And then when you get your fill of those, then you just go wherever you want. But it is nice to continuously load into the map and like check out new areas. Wow, that is a huge... Alright, hold on, let's let it load. I feel like we've been here too. These two rivers don't even connect. It was a ruse. It's an entire, like, just cliff. Lots of good trees, though, and some open spots here. That's perfect. Boring map? Yeah, a little bit. It would let us build up here, though. But no, I'm looking for something different. Dude, I feel like, honestly, this is actually a fun gameplay feature to kind of keep re-rolling over and over again and looking for something better. Because when you can't terraform because all you have is a stick and a rock, location becomes like everything. Oh man, that loading is really quick between things. I like that. Let's try there. Let's take a look at our resources. 130, 45, and 18. And our group is consisting of 15 male, 11 female, 26 in total. That's a lot of people to house. You can't house that many people year one. No way. Well, you can, but not day one. Not like the first few days. I also want to see waterfalls and some other landscape types, but this is pretty impressive already with the sizes of the lakes and rivers. Well, that's nice. Some really windy rivers. Next. To be fair, too, we also did this a lot in Farthest Frontier. What if we build, like, right on the mountains? At, like, the start of a river in the mountains. I wonder if that also would make it a lot more dangerous for snowfall. We also don't want to travel too much on foot, otherwise we lose food, so let's move a little to the right. A nice mountain valley. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for. I want to find a hidden valley ranch that we can start. Like, this is really good. Like, yeah, like here. All right, let's move a little more to the right. That would be perfect. Actually, we can just migrate. Now let's move a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let's give that a test. Boom. Is that home? Could this be a new home? Let's see what our fish consumption is, too. They didn't eat any food on that walk. I really like the idea, though, of this. Like, it would be really cool, again, to set up trade along a river with multiple settlements. And, you know, like the Egyptians setting up down a river. And then trading along that river. Ooh, hold on. Oh, here we go, baby. This is it, boys. Oh, damn. Oh, this is the territory we've been waiting for, bruh. All this time I played this game, I've never really tried to even build up in the mountains because I thought it would be all that. But literally, we're like in Switzerland. They were always just building in Switzerland, dude. Okay, so... Ooh, what? Oh, it's literally the start of a river. Wait, what the hell? The river's like a railroad. Like a highway. That's interesting. This is home, boys. Look at that. That's perfect, man. All those reeds right there. It's like perfect flat land there, too. Well, not flat land, but I mean, it's clear and flat-ish. Damn, dude. That's it, man. That was worth kind of going back and forth. Oh. One of the new animals. So apparently we can capture these guys and domesticate them. Then we can start a cattle farm. This is really neat. Do you imagine if we built up here? Hell no. Take 3 days to walk down to the river. Cool. Yeah, Fritz. Fritz is here. Oh, that's a good sign then. Yeah. Fritz is back, boys. Good point. This is beautiful, too. This is the most beautiful. All right. It's settled. When we play this game, in the 1.0 version, we'll restart, but we're going to start in the mountains. That is so much more interesting to look at. Like, the shoreline, it's like, because we can't build boats, there's really no reason to build on the shore. Like, the entire, you know, any area near the ocean's kind of meh. And you don't even find reeds, which means you can't even build some of the structures. Now, where could we build some farming land? This will be our land for farming here. Perfect. All right, let's get started, boys. This was way better, way better, way better. And the frame rate's good, too. I'm loving this. Awesome. Oh, and our people are offering, they're providing offerings to Jeff, the Rock Johnson. It's his great-great-great-grandfather. There we go. Look, the people have brought fish and sticks and pelts to appease Jeff. And Fritz is here. That's a good sign. Where did he go? Frickin' Fritz. What is that? Oh, look. It's an ancient tree. All right, let's get things cracking. So before I tell anybody to move, like nobody move. We're gonna first start. I don't want people going sideways on me and getting all weird and emotional about not having food. So the first thing we're gonna do is fishing racks and like put people on fishing like day one. Are there a lot of trees here? Oh, hell yeah, there is. It's cool. They got conifer trees in here, too. I really wonder if this provides any additional gameplay challenge by having more, you know, harsh landscape, or rather harsh winters because of the landscape. Like, we're up in the mountains, so shouldn't it be, like, really snowy and cold? Okay, that'll be our racks for fishing. Okay, first group fishing, go. Immediately put like 4 people on that. Okay. And then let's do a gathering group to immediately start gathering things to build our first house. So that'll be sticks, raw stones, and I guess plant fibers, because we might need to make rope. 4 people on that. Actually, we'll double on that. Go 8. Then, let's do another one. Oh, there's a herding group, too. That's how that works. So shepherds, those are the people who probably go out and capture the animals rather than hunt them. Interesting. So let's do crafting for construction, or building. So we have building for building materials, so that's going to have to be like long sticks and ropes. 4 people on that. How many people did we start with? We have 26 people. All of them are... Oh, all but one of them is an adult. Okay. That's good. Okay, so 4 on building, 4 on fishing, 8 on gathering. That's going to be building gatherers. We're going to need food gatherers too. So I guess we better do food as well. Maybe berries. I think this game actually does a good job of finding where to put things that grow or are found in those areas. So, like, you can only find mushrooms in forests. Clams are, like, near the ocean. Or, like, shallow water that's not moving as much. Now, we're going to build up here, so we should probably build our starting area nearby. But this is going to be where the main camp is. So let's build a temporary camp over here. Yeah, the young children will work if they can. Everybody had to do what they could to survive. And work together. Okay, so that fire is going to be top priority. And let's build like at least 3 pelt huts. Alright, so let's start with those 3. And the fire is the top priority. Alright, let's go. Now we're finally playing for reals, though. And then we need storage for some things, but maybe we don't need that because they'll just go get it when it's needed for the building. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's Fritz. What are we going to call our town? I don't know. What's like an ancient civilization name? Like Toronto? Toronto's pretty good. Did we get the new update? Not yet, but I did update the game and the driver a little bit just to make it run better. But we're not in 1.0 yet. Get that fire up. Let's go. So before, when I would build, we would always try to build storage things so they could keep everything near the base. But maybe in this case, it's better to just do whatever. Like, go get stuff when you need it from wherever it's the closest. Alright, well, we got the day 1 fire up. And everybody moved all the fish and stuff down here. Frame rate's a lot better, so that was definitely on me at the start. So what I'll do, folks, is tonight I will also make a video on this game as kind of a review of the 1.0 release and my thoughts on the game's development so far. As soon as it, like, fully releases, you know, for later today. But I also have keys for this game to give away too, and so since it's releasing into 1.0 today, anybody who's a subscriber will be eligible. It's kind of also, you know, in honor of my birthday too. And I have a few other keys as well that I just haven't had time to drop, so I'll be dropping keys today and all through the weekend for my birthday. I've been giving away keys for, like, Contraband Police and 2 Point Campus, and I'll be giving keys for this one and some other, like, building simulator building and business games. Some good stuff, man. So thank you, everybody, for all your support over the last week. I like it. This is running much more smoothly. This is how this game should be represented. This is very nice. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let's try this. Bum 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 bum. Okay, I think that might bring it back. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Trying to make sure. I'm trying to get this game to run on not monitor capture, but like game capture, but yeah, no luck. Oh well. Still no rain? Oh, don't say that. It's gonna happen. Any cake left? No, I ate it all. Actually, there is. I'm gonna eat it all tonight. I lied. And there it is. There's the rain. Not putting out the fire, though. Wonder if we can see who's tied to the construction of a building. We can see that there's being, like, construction set up and land is being cleared and rocks are being delivered, but we can't see who's in charge of it. Do animals fight in this game? I don't know. I don't know if they'll attack us if we go over there. Hey, there we go. Tent poles are being put up. Nice. A key for this game? Yeah, well, the devs were nice enough to send over a bunch of keys for me. They were like, hey, our 1.0 version's coming out. Do you want some keys for your audience? Well, why would I say no to give you guys some keys to play as well? It's pretty cool. Sometimes we'll do key giveaways and people will come in and share screenshots of them actually playing the game and like stuff that they built. So that's cool. And I honestly wish Steam would do more free giveaways like like Epic is. Epic's trying to, get a little bit more into the, into the Steam market by trying to impress people with like free giveaways and stuff. But I wish Steam would do one a month to where Epic does like what, 2 every 1 week or something like that. How could you get a key? You just have to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And then our Discord link is down below. And if you don't win a key to this game, I have like 5 keys to give away, 4 or 5 keys for this one. But if you don't win this one, I get keys all the time. I'll have to like appoint some key masters that'll drop some keys in our Discord at random for everybody, so everybody gets a chance to win something, hopefully. Keith with the 5 bomb for chat. Congratulations to the 5 of you who were gifted a membership. Congratulations, and thank you very much for your support. You are awesome. All right, our first house is looking done. Yeah, this time it's much better. All right, so we don't have to build all the storage areas that I was building the previous times. I guess I was just basing that off all the other times that we played where resources were quite distant and it felt better to get them nearby. But I guess we only really need to do that when we start with some really large construction like those longhouses and an area to store logs. Because logs in this game are really... like, you're going to need to have a lot of them to build stuff, it looks like. And especially since now there's the new material of planks, we're going to have to build, like, a little sawmill, too. Oh, this looks cool, man. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll have the other house finished and start on a 4th one. But if these only house 3, right? Oof. And we have, what, 26 people? 27 people. Oh, boy. Well, wait a minute. Does the pregnancy count for that? Ten idle, 16 working, 1 pregnant. Oh, maybe the elderly. Maybe they don't work. They get benefits. Retirement program. Oh, they're still building those too. I guess our group that are gathering... You know what would be nice is to do a multi-storage. I don't think this game, other than the building, has that. I don't think we can build a storage area and just say put whatever here. Just keep it close to the camp. Yeah, things are smoother than before. That was certainly my bad. So, it'll go to show... See, this is going to be risky because when the 1.0 version comes out and people are finally interested in getting it, there could be a lot of people who are trying to run it on an outdated graphics card and then rush to Steam to just say game bad and then never play it again. Even though all they had to do is just update their graphics card. Which even I don't want to do sometimes. Or forget to do. Camp looks great. Yeah, I call it Camp Granada. Chat can call their parents once a week. But this is the ancient times, so there was no cell phones, only landlines. All right. Oh, this time we got a really nice setup. Dude, look at how, like, just within a day, how humans have started to make all these paths. It's only been a day. They've only walked through there just, like, once. And this is, like, major highway. It's paved, brother. We need to take this technology over to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Like, walk through there twice and you have yourself, like, high-speed traffic. Bum. Bum, bum, bum. Raining again. So it doesn't look like rain will put out the fire. Maybe a heavy rain will. Okay, let's build another house. That was great. It used to take like months to build a house in this game. Now, like, we can start with enough materials to where we can just build a couple of quick tents. Although, not everybody gets a house at the start, which kind of sucks. Got to build them slowly. We could build another settlement down here. Yeah, we'll build another fire down there. We should also build the tanning booths and stuff, but we'll do that later. Tanning booths, he says. Tanning racks, you know what I mean. Look, we gotta look hot when we go down to the beach, alright? It might be the ancient cities, but we gotta look good doing it, okay? Gotta, you know, pump those population numbers up, and that's one way to do it. With those sexy tan lines. That's the way it works. Yeah. Gym, tan, and then hunting. No laundry. How do the mechanics of this compare to Dawn of Man? It feels a little bit more open, and that you can give your people orders and they'll follow them. In Dawn of Man, it's like, go gather this material from this spot. But in this game, it's just, you tell them, hey, start hunting, and then they just go. And they're smart enough to hunt from the closest animal. And the same for, like, gathering things. So, like, if you tell them, go gather berries, they'll start from the closest and, you know, gather them and store them. So it looks like, it feels like the AI in this is very proactive. They'll go out and get stuff done and actually, like, do stuff without really too much micromanaging. You do have to kind of micromanage by setting up groups, but it seems like people will just kind of get things done. So I do like the fact that this game is pretty hands-off when it comes to, you know, you lay out the town and the buildings, and then the people kind of get things done, and they're able to figure it out. You can set up work groups and tell them how many people to be in that group, and if construction is slow or something like that, you unassign some people, and then they become, like, general laborers that just do everything. But they're very, these people know how to get it done. Yo, Rasmus, thank you very much for the Raptor Egg membership. Thank you very much. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, there's wildlife. There's deer. There's the animal husbandry update added cows too, technically. I haven't seen chickens in the game yet, though, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen that in Dawn of Man either. I haven't seen chickens be domesticated, so I don't know what ancient people had against chickens. But if you want chickens, go play, what is it? Uh-oh, forgot the name of that game. Sapiens. I was thinking humanoids, and I'm like, that's not it. It's not humanoids. Alright, so we built dryers all the way over there, so my hope is that the guy will start doing some fishing over here.
New member, welcome.
And we'll start fishing down in a few spots in the river. It also looked like the developers, when they showed off some of the cities they built, they had like a big walled city, which everybody can run into when there's an attack. But then also there's little outposts for people to build, you know, it seems like a good idea to also keep some houses near farms so people don't have to walk so far. Now things are getting a little chuggy again. Bum, bum, bum. You think they considered chickens as a miniature dinosaur? Oh, wow. Means they're eating dinosaur eggs? Dino DNA. Bum, 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 bum. Bottom, bottom, bottom. Jurassic Park 1 is such a classic. It is, yeah. Alright, so I think we're out of some materials that we need. I think pelts are now out. Yeah, we don't have enough to finish these new houses. So, hunting has to happen. So, let's assign some new work groups. So we need a tools group. And let's make fine sticks. Wait, I think we're already making those. Ooh, we can already do fishing spears. Nice. Never mind, hold on. Let's make sure we always have... Let's just set it to 12 and 12. Plenty of extras for us to scale up to. Okay. I wonder if we could set a priority for sticks. As for stones, let's just gather. Alright, let's set this correctly. Let's do 20, 50, and then like 200. We'll have to make a storage area so it can be close to the craftsman now, so we'll set these up to be storage for those. Let's do plant fiber and raw stone. Actually, we'll do sticks and stones. Then we'll do plant fiber. No. We'll do fine sticks next to that when they're finished. Plant fiber. And we'll need to tell our people to start gathering food. Oh, there's some new foods here. Oh, yeah, okay, so we can make cheese. Nice. So we can make cheese, we can make bread. We have clams, beetroots, berries, dried fish, fresh fish. We have hazelnuts, flax grain, flour, honeycomb, mushrooms, milk, pine nuts, pulses, roots, rose hips, wheat grain, dried meat, and raw meat too. We can make cheese. We are certainly in Switzerland. Yep. We're the first ancient Swiss. This is the story of our people. Find raw stone, and then... Oh, we should probably put hides, too, for hunting. And then we'll need to make some leather makers, too. We'll put that nearby. Build 3. I think we can do 2 each. 2 at each. So that'll provide us pelts for the homes and then long sticks for weapons and tools. Yeah, I don't think we can go to the Bronze Era or anything, but we'll see what the 1.0 update has when it updates shortly from here on out. I think we should just assign a full group to go building now. The more people we got gathering building supplies, the faster we can build things, which is still going to take a long time. So this is kind of like our construction camp, and then, yeah, this is where we're going to build up here near Jeff Rock. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Jeff Rocks. That's the base camp. You see this rock up here, his name is Jeff. And this rock down here, we've named him Geoff. Or Geoffrey. You know, like, what's his name? From the Game Awards? Geoff Keighley. Probably real name is Joffrey or something. You know, it's like the damn, what is it, isn't he a giraffe? Yeah, Jeffrey the Giraffe from Toys R Us. It's like that. Oh, look at that. All the gatherings going on. Sweet. It's nice that the building is so slow. It is pretty cool because, you know, if you were able to just build a city very quickly, I think you'd run out of things to do. However, I also wouldn't mind if you could build quickly, but still have to deal with things like harsh seasons, raids, and eventually expanding your camp to then go elsewhere and working together. Bum, bum. You miss Toys R Us? Well, when I went to the mall a few days ago, when my power was out, I went into a Macy's, and on one of the floors of the Macy's, they had like a section on the second floor that was like the Toys R Us zone. Now, I didn't see like a separate cash register or anything for Toys R Us, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but I mean, it still exists. They do exist. Bum.
New member, welcome.
Bum, bum. Yo, what's up, Dallin? Thanks for the 28 months as a hatchling. Thank you very much for smacking join and joining us for 28 months. Nice to see you live after a day of labor. Well, welcome. Congratulations on your new child. That was quick. Only a day. Tee-hee. All right, this is good. People are actually going fishing now. We must have people. Oh, you know what? I don't think I told these racks what they can store. Or we should have people ready to go fishing soon. There we go. Nice. So they dry the fish by making them look like kites. Yeah, they kind of do. They look like a kite that you go out and fly. Yeah, I think the idea there is that they cut them open and then somehow keep them spread open and then dry in the wind. Seems more accurate to do it that way. 10 FPS. Steam says that we're getting 35 FPS right now in the game. That's actually pretty decent. You can see it over in the left corner. I don't know how accurate that is, but... Oh, is this another home complete? Alright, cool. So we have a third house up. Awesome. And now we got somebody making tools. That must mean we've got enough stuff to make weaponry. So let's do a hunting group. And we'll assign 2 people to hunting. And then let's make our tool makers make like 3 bifaces. There's an alert with hunting this rat, but why? Not enough tools for hunting. There looks to be a skull next to this wild goat, which means that maybe it could attack our people and hurt them. But that's alright, things are being made now. This is like Farthest Frontier, where the more happening, the more leggy it gets. Well, I think that's the same of any game. Like when you fill up the map and plant a coaster or city skylines, that happens. That's just how it is. But to what extent, I guess we'll have to see. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, the goats will give milk, yep. And maybe the cows, too. Bum, So now we kind of have our meta set up for this game, which is basically to build a couple of houses and then start doing what we just did, and then go hunting and get the pelts going. What's up, Red? Okay, somebody's leaving the tribe. Pure is leaving the tribe. Is he for real, though? Bro, you are 13. Where are you going? You get back here right now, young man. I'm famished and I have to sleep in the open. Where did all the food go we had? We got 12 dried fish and we got 4 raw fish. You get back here right now, young man. Okay, we'll have 1 hunter. Or at least we have fish, but we just gotta wait. Bum, bum. Oh boy. Ooh, a group of migrants have arrived. Oh, cool. What? What? This 23-year-old lady is bringing 2 pigs to our camp? Hell yeah. Do we have to feed the pigs? We can now create flint spears. Oh, that lady not only brought 2 pigs, but she also brought the knowledge of hazel bows and flint spears. Damn. Well, we have cows. Now we have bacon and we have cheese. And all we have to do is grow wheat, and we're just like a few years off from inventing the burger. Burger. I think they're going to gather stones. Yeah, 23, that was like 75. Now we need potatoes, yeah. Sure do. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. This game reminds you of Down a Man. It's true. Yeah, the 1.0 full release will be today. I was told via email from the devs that it was coming out midday today. So I had assumed my midday. But then chat went on to find out that it was like midnight European time, which should be in a little bit. But we're taking a look at least at the devs put up an update on the 18th, I think. And the full version comes out on the 24th. So this is pretty well close to being finished. Although I'm not sure exactly what else the developers are going to add for 1.0. I'm assuming it's going to be a ton of bug fixes and new features, but I'm not sure what. And bug fixes good. Yeah, I can construct a lot more, yeah, but we got our people busy working. They're working on some stuff. And everybody's threatening to leave because of food, but we have food. We have like more fish now, so I don't know what they're complaining about. Oh, look, if they're gonna complain, they can hit up the mini mall nearby and go out to like hot dog on a stick or something. But that doesn't exist, so. Yeah, I'm not sure what the 1.0 version is going to bring, so we'll have to see what other features might be included later on. Yeah, we have pigs in the camp now, and I didn't see any sort of way to like actually house them. I don't think we get a barn or anything for them, do we? Looks like they just kind of chill outside, so I don't know what would happen in the winter. I guess they just stay outside. I don't see a way to make like a fenced off area for them to be in either, so I'm not sure. Should build some storage closer too. A little chug. Yeah, it's getting a lot more chuggy now. Yeah, I don't want to move the camera because it just kind of it's jarring. Well, we updated though, so. So now we want to do hunting for more house building until we get our numbers up enough. And I think the main goal is to first survive the first year. And provide enough food to everybody so we can get a good reputation and more people want to move into the camp. Or something like that. We got everybody on fishing and gathering. Yeah, fish numbers are coming back up. I wonder if we can actually... Oh, animals can be domesticated and they have fitness. I'm gonna be fitness in my mouth. That juicy pork chop. Domesticated pig originating from Neolithic migration from Eastern Europe. Animals eat any food, but do not graze on... Oh, but do not graze, so you'll have to feed them with your resources. Ugh. So it means we probably should be gathering berries, mushrooms, pine nuts, pulses, honeycombs, pretty much everything. So much for that now. Yeah, we can do a ham and cheese sandwich too. True. Hold on. Let me try something. I need to try something here. See if I can get this going. I just want chat standing by. Oh, you're right. Honey glazed ham. We can do it. We can do honey glazed ham. Stand by, chat. Stand by. Stand by. There we go. We're good. Standing by. There you go. Just trying to make it work a little better. The Broken Arrow demo has closed. Yeah. I tried to make a video and told everybody to share it to get the news out there. Some people missed it, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. There we go. Yeah, Ancient Cities will be releasing in full access today at some point. I was told it was going to be midday, so we're just standing by. But this is the most up-to-date version of the game, and it updated on the 18th as where the release is today, so it should have pretty much everything there. Now, more people want to leave the tribe, but where are you going to go? This is your best chance. And wait, why are they leaving anyway? 24 food. Is it food? Famished and I have to sleep in the open. Well, you're going to have to eat, dude. And we have food, so I can't, you know. He's probably mad with the traffic in the city. Can't make it to work over that one small stick that's been overturned in the main path for 2 days. Man, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to keep people happy. Everybody is thinking about leaving the tribe or is leaving the tribe, but I mean, we came in, we built 4 homes. We now have people gathering materials to build more houses and tools. We have somebody hunting now, so we should be bringing in pelts. And we have people building these tanning racks so that way we can make more hides into pelts so that way we can make more homes. So that one will work so everybody can get food and housing. Wow. Well, thinking about leaving means that it's low, and then leaving means that they're just throwing their hands up and they're done. But it's like, we've got food, but people are saying they're famished. But they should be able to eat whenever they're hungry. And that food's all stored over here. And let's see how they deal with this. Perhaps the devs are currently fixing it. I mean, I guess this could be feedback after the animal husbandry update, and it is cool that people would require more food. Rather than just having more and more ways to make more and more food, it's kind of cool that people require more and more food. So then that means you'll have to do hunting and fishing. And like, I don't think there would be any reason in this game to like fully rely on one source. Like, you know, you should probably always be hunting and also fishing while you're also like raising cattle or whatever, in order to then, you know, make sure you always constantly have food or more food than what you need, because they'll also go bad. There is spoilage. That's interesting. Maybe they can't eat raw meat. Well, they should be able to eat raw and dried food. Actually, that's interesting. Now in the upper right corner, all the dried fish that we had disappeared. So now people are going to pick up our remaining fish? I don't think we need to assign people to cook. People just either go grab fish when they're hungry and then cook it, or they grab dried fish that should last longer. Okay, now we have 24 dried fish, alright. I'm going to wait around and just see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting. You love the World in Conflict series? That's good, Thomas. Thank you for watching. I'm curious to kind of just see how this all plays out, because this is the easiest way to make food and make homes with the least amount of people. Because if we have somebody hunting, they can bring back meat and whatnot. It looks like we're getting an alert for... I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but it looks like they're not able to hunt this one here. Not enough tools for hunting. Okay, well, let's get you off hunting then. We have nobody making tools. With everybody bailing on us. Cowards. Alright, we'll have to tighten the belt here. I really don't want to take anybody off fishing, so... Alright, we'll let our gathering group just gather whatever. I love this location, though. I love the little island there. We can now create a set of baskets. Okay. So that's a new item that we can craft for people to carry. Is that in tools? Maybe that's baskets that we can build. Okay, maybe people get baskets for free to carry their stuff. Maybe we don't have to make those. But the baskets they were referring to were probably for storage. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now with plant fibers, we can make baskets for food storage. So instead of having all the food stored down by the river, what we could do is catch the fish, put them on the drying rack, and then when they're dried, bring them up here so people don't have to walk so far. It did also look like there were clay pots too, so I'm assuming that there is a way to make clay pots have food last longer. I think clay pots would be the same bonus we get for putting them underground, the food underground. So a higher longevity, but less work to actually make those. However, the question is there clay in the game then? There's mud, so that's probably what they're made of. They probably put mud and clay together and just kind of like, you know, just have them be the same thing for simplicity. So you don't have to make like a clay mine. Which would probably not be worth the effort if we built a giant clay mine. Yeah, we can forage in the game. So there's like clams and honeycombs, beetroots. We can hunt and fish. Can you move in the game and be a nomad? Yeah, like, so when we first go into the menu for picking where we want to settle, we do get to kind of like pick an area in Europe, and then we can kind of move a little bit more on like a zoomed in map and set up precisely where we want to go. But I don't know once we, you know, again, we'll have to see in the 1.0 version what's going to be included. No, I don't think foraging requires tools. Oh, they're almost done with another house, though. So we are hunting. Hunting is happening. Bum, bum, bum. I want to take things slow, though, because if we go fast, everybody's going to get mad. Now we have beetroots, or is that chestnuts, I think. Also, we have honeycomb. We have 24 dried fish, 20 raw fish. Well, I wonder when we give the order to actually slaughter the pigs. Like, how do we do that? Because it looks like their fitness is 100%, so we could... I don't know if we click on them. Can we see them like a tribe member? There's our livestock. Oh, even the livestock have attributes. That's kind of cool. We might need to build a knife. I think what we probably have to do is have somebody as a shepherd. But I'm not sure if they can like feed them or herder. I'm not sure what they can do. I wonder if there's a tutorial for this. There's one for the controls, and then there's basic tutorial, but there's not... Not one on, like, being able to take care of the pigs yet. A lot of this is kind of pre-game, too, where it seems like it's best to read all the Steam notes and or watch, like, a video on how it's done first from the developers before doing it ourselves. Might be a better call to action. Pig has +3 range defense, yeah. We'll give them weapons. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Another day. And finally some rain. Looks like it might actually put out the fires, but they're still smoking. No, they're going. It looks like they're going. Bum, bum, bum. Wait a minute. The house that looks like it has all this leather on it says that it has 0 out of 5 leather. Okay. So there's no leather on the structure at all, except there's leather on the structure. These two essentially are at the same... What? They're like at the same stage of construction. Okay, hopefully the shrinking in the tribe is over, right? We went from like 20... It was like 27 to 23? Okay. We got rid of the weak. They went off and died in the woods. Yeah, it looks like the shepherds will do anything, or the herders will do anything needed to take care of the animals and or gather them, but I'm gonna have to see like how we give orders to slaughter animals and how we give orders to like capture them. In some scenarios, it might be more wise for your people to just hunt a cow and then kill it and just get the meat. On the other hand, after a while, you're going to want to domesticate that. Your first year, a cow kill could provide a ton of meat, and you can then focus on construction. Which seems way more beneficial to have one person hunt one animal to feed like 20 for like 3 months. Dry all that out, and then you'll have a good winter. Oh yeah, we're getting good food now. Getting good food. I guess maybe we need to gather food at the start too. Can't just rely on the fishing, even though we have plenty of food in storage. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So we need to prepare for winter? Yeah, that's typically what you're doing in these games. Winter is always going to be the more harsh survival. We're up in the mountains too, so I'm wondering if like the winter is going to be more harsh. But I don't know. I don't even know if we can see temperature, can we? Oh yeah, 15 degrees Celsius in the upper right corner. But it is middle of the summer now. And this is the standard game mode of normal in terms of speed of year. Which seems to be more about... Yeah, that seems really difficult to plan around. Because the other two modes that we saw, the slow mode and the... If you remember when we covered that, the slow and the fast modes. The fast mode works 1 month per day. Versus the normal mode being 3, I think. Which is a cool way to do things. It just means you're going to have more time to prepare for a longer winter, which is actually kind of nice. It makes winter last longer, which seems more realistic. And you get longer time to prepare for it, which seems a little more fun. Seems to be the better option. There's no cave bears, chat. Stop it. No cave bears. Alright, how long until midnight in Europe? Hey, what's up, Indigo Rose? Oh, it's going to be another hour? Oh, that sucks. Well, so I was told before we started the stream last night, when I was scheduling it, that this would be updated around midday. And now some on the chat are saying that the Discord for this game said that it should be updated for tonight. So it comes out into official 1.0 tonight. So I have more keys for this game to give away. I do want to do some giveaways. But not until it launches. Now I wish I would have just played it tomorrow, but... Oh well, things change. We're all used to that. Okay, I'm waiting just to see if like another house comes in or something, and this one's still awaiting construction, so it looks like they're building the storage things, but they need rope and fine sticks, which they are making. Yeah, ropes and fine sticks are here. But they need more plant fibers, and we got everybody on plant fibers. We're also getting a ton of people on, like, fishing. Oh, it looks like we got plenty of, oh yeah, they're doing a good job. Like, everybody's doing a good job. It just takes time for things to get done, I guess. So I think your first 2 years in this game are going to be kind of just, like, initial setup of build a couple houses and then just wait for things to get done. It's going to take people quite a few trips to go find all the sticks they need, and then quite a few trips to actually deliver them and turn them into fine sticks. Bum, bum. And another night. So the biggest update to this game so far that I really think impacted the game the most has been the agricultural update. And they've tried to do other things too, like families and sharing information between them and their specialties and things, knowledge being handed down, and that's really cool. I think those were good moves. as well as the religious stuff, but I want more to build and more to do for survival. And that's why we have some cool walls and stuff in the game. That's cool that we can build those. But now the enemy's got to attack them. Alright, all these people are sticking with it. That's good. Alright, so yeah, I mean, at this point, they're gathering tons of fish and eating them while they're gathering. But while they do that, it looks like they've gathered other food, too. So, roots and hazelnut. They ate all the beets. A group of migrants have arrived. Good. Oh, and they brought goats with them. That's why we need somebody to be a herder. I wonder if they actually need a tool for that. I don't think so. But I think if we herd them, maybe they'll slaughter them once the animals at like the right time. And then they'll butcher them and then put that meat up. Which would be actually cool if you could control the slaughter, because if you're having a tough year hunting, then you just make up for that with the slaughter. Alright, so people will come into your camp randomly. People will have babies often. We have gathering groups now. We got animal herding. We've also got hunters and stuff going on too. Interesting. Was that lightning I just saw, or was that just... No. Rain? No. Maybe just a hole in the cloud cover. It looked like a cloud had moved around. But I don't think this game actually features that. Oh, well. Yeah, focus on shelter to keep population growing, true. But, gotta have food to survive that winter, otherwise people... It seems like people leave the camp more because of their frustrations than die because there was, like, no food at all. Like, it's not like we had zero food. It was more like we had food and they were just kind of mad that they hadn't eaten in a while. It was just like, I'm hungry and I'm tired of this. It's like, Bob, we have food down in the... No, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It's like, okay. Alright, well, that is going to be it for our first look, I guess, at the last update for Ancient Cities before its release. So just let this stream be aware that the 1.0 version is out today. Apparently it releases at 3:59, or 23:59, I mean. So the devs are technically making it today. And I scheduled my video based on, or my stream on the information they told me about its release. So hopefully they release that, and then I'm sure there's going to be some hot fixes and stuff as well. I'm going to actually do a video on the 1.0 version tomorrow. So if you liked this stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll put up a video later. I'm going to make a video later tonight for tomorrow that will cover more of this 1.0. So this stream is mostly just a, hey, this 1.0 comes out today. And hey, I'm going to put up a video on the 1.0 giving my thoughts and opinions on the development of the game over time. And then also its release after I get a little bit more time in it. So it should be good times. Anyway, we're going live to our next stream right now. So let's continue the fun. Thank you everybody for subscribing and hanging out. I'm giving away keys for this game in the next 24 hours. So subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being patient and hanging out with me through the graphic updates and the game's delays. Or rather, I guess, rescheduling to later today, and then also my giveaway too. So I'll see you all in just a second in our next stream. Let's continue the fun. One's in the chat. Let's go.